Hi guys, how you all doing? Hope you're well. So today I am going to talk about some of my favourites from the month of November. And it's so confusing because I'm actually filming this in December. I was in a bit of a funk, if I just say that, with regards to recording, just different things happening, and I don't know, I just kind of lost my mojo for recording and blogging and everything, but I'm trying to get that back. So I thought I would just sit down and film a few I can't even speak, film a few videos today, and you know, hopefully I will be back in the swing of things. And yes, by the way, yeah, I have got my natural hair out. I keep my hair mainly in like weaves and stuff, but I have had to like take my hair out and just let it breathe, you know what I mean? And it was getting damaged, so I have just put on a hat. I don't know how well you can see it, but I've put on a hat and it's braided underneath the hat, and then I've just taken out some of the braids at the front and just kind of done a style at the front for you guys to film this video. Otherwise I've been looking a bit, you know, not so great. Before I get started, I know I will get asked what is on my lips, so I will quickly just tell you. I have filled my lips in with the brown lip liner from Colourpop called K, and as you can see, mine is just like dire and I really need to just get another one. But it's my favourite lip liner. This is probably a favourite of the month because this is a favourite of every month, because this is the only lip liner that I really truly love. And on top of that, I filled my lips in with, surprise surprise, like truly surprise surprise, a Kylie liquid lipstick. And I have mentioned this before, this is the Kylie Cosmetics liquid lipstick in the shade number 22. I didn't use the lip liner it comes with because it was a bit too orange if I did, so I decided to just use the brown lip liner and put this on top. And then on top of that, because my lips are really dry at the moment and just dry and not nice, I decided to put this Colourpop Ultra Glossy Lip, which is more of a metallic shade, in the colour Cheat Code on top. So yeah, that is my, let's get it around the right way, that is my combination. Now I'm not going to go in any particular order, I don't think. I'm literally just going to pull things out of this bag and just talk about them. So whatever comes out of this bag first is what I'm talking about. So I'm digging in, and yes, this is the first thing that's come out of the bag. So this is the, which one is this? The Nubian palette. This is the first palette by Juvia's Place, I believe. And it is called the Nubian, as I've said. And this is the palette that I've been using. And to be honest, I just kind of pulled out this palette from my drawer and I just placed it on my desk, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna make more use of this because I really used to love this palette. Mine is like beaten and just like makeup all over the place because I do use it, and my makeup is not pristine. I only take pristine pictures when I first get my makeup. After that, it all goes downhill with the packaging of most of my products. I typically just use this colour here all over my lid, and these colours are very pigmented. If I just, if I could just quickly show you, can you see that? See how nicely coloured that is for an everyday colour? So I would use this on an everyday basis, just literally just putting my finger into that colour and placing it all over my lid, because I can't be bothered really to do a full eye makeup every day, and sometimes I just can't bother to do eyeshadow. If I want to be a bit extra special, then I would go in with a smoky, like the darker colours to give it more smoky effect. But I just love this palette. Look at the colours, like this is typically my kind of palette. These colours are definitely my go-to colours. I love warm tone eyeshadows and browns and earthy tones. I'm not normally a fan of cooler tones, but I do like them. But warm tones are more my kind of shade, so that's why I've been going with this one. And yeah, you can get these on the Juvia's Place website. Oh, another eyeshadow palette. Yes, this eyeshadow palette. This is the eyeshadow palette by Lovable Lashes, and Lovable Lashes are a company that are owned by the lovely Tammy Clark here on YouTube, and I have met her a couple of times, and she is so lovely, guys. Like she is such a beautiful, like she's stunning. When I saw and heard and watched her video, actually I think it was when I was watching one of her videos, I'll link her channel down below and the video I'm talking about, but when I was watching her video where she basically released this palette and she was promoting it, I was like, I kind of paused the video, went onto the website, ordered the palette, then came back to the video and just wrote, like, messaged her, because I was just thinking, I cannot not get this palette. So yeah, this is her first palette, I think, from her line Lovable Lashes, and her line is, as it suggests, is a lash line, but she's started to incorporate more like like actual makeup products in this, and I just had to have a go. I just had to try it basically, and I really like the packaging. I love the fact you can see most of the eyeshadows through the packaging, and it's not like a Morphe palette where, you know, everything is like closed off and you can't see it. Inside you have all of these shades. Now I can't even remember how many shades there are, but you know, you have a lot of shades, and I am actually going to do a proper like review of this very soon on my channel, so keep a lookout for that. But if you want to see like swatches before that, then definitely head over to her channel, because she has done all the swatches, and those swatches are what made me go and buy this. So I highly recommend it. The colors in this are just stunning. They're right up my street, to be honest, and the quality of these shadows are really good. They're very soft. They're not like, I feel like the Morphe eyeshadow palettes, they're really good as well, but I feel like they're just a bit, these are much softer than those, and yeah, I love them. There is a bit of fallout with this, but I just really love the colors. Easy to blend. It is what I'm using on my eyes today, and in my review I will be showing you how I achieved this look using this palette, but I just think it's such a gorgeous palette. So yeah, definitely get your hands on it if you can. I know she's already sold out of it, and she did do a restock, I think. So yeah, and she will be releasing more palettes as well. So okay, the next thing I'm going to talk about is this. Now this is by the company Delilah Cosmetics, and I first heard about this company from Guru Makeup Emporium, which is a website that just sells like stage makeup mostly, but they have like Makeup Forever and all these other companies on there, and AJ Crimson. And then I saw Delilah Cosmetics on there as well one time, and then I saw them at, where did I go? What makeup show did I go to? IMAX, that's it. I saw them at IMAX, and I managed to speak to the owner of Delilah Cosmetics at IMAX, and he was just showing me his products, etc. So I already knew that they were a good company. And then recently they released these, and these are basically highlighter powders, illuminator powders, and they released these I think for more the Christmas season, I don't know, but this box here is worth £48, and I can't remember how much one of these single powders are, but this is really good value from what I remember. And it comes with a brush, and then you've got 3 highlighters in here. Now the one highlighter I really wanted to talk about was the darker one, but I will show you all 3 for now quickly. But this is the darker one that I really wanted to mention in this to you, because oh my gosh guys, this particular highlighter is so good for deeper skin tones. You can see that they have like a detailing where it's more like a marbleized detailing, and this is like a bronzy gold tone. Now if I just swatch this for you, you can kind of see, can you see that color that it's giving? It's so pretty guys. And then I'll just swatch that. Can you see that guys? Oh my gosh, it's such a beautiful highlighter, and this is what I would typically use on an everyday kind of basis, if that makes sense. Well, to be honest, I use quite a few highlighters every day, I just change them up, but this would be something that's just every day. I don't really want to glow to the gods, you know, this would be it. In fact, I don't even have highlighter on today, so let's just put this on, shall we? So I'm just going to take a little bit, and then I've just taken a little on my brush, tap it off, and then I'll just show you what I mean. It gives you like glow from within. Can you see? It's so stunning. Can you see how that looks on me? Oh, that is so good. And it's just like a natural glow. Can you see? Works so well. And I'll just do the other side so you can see that better. So stunning guys. I highly recommend this. These are called Pure Light powders, and I think they sell them individually. Now this color here is supposed to be their bronzing shade, but obviously on my skin tone it's not a bronzer, is it really? And then the other color that they have is called Aura, and this one is supposed to be, it just says they're illuminating powder, so this is more like your highlighter powder for deeper skin, for lighter skin tones. I think anyone can use this, to be honest, but you can see the color here. I haven't really played around with this one too much, but again, it is a stunning color, similar formula. These, can you see that? So nice. It's really pretty. It's more like a goldish kind of color. It is so pretty guys. And again, I could wear that easily on me as well. It wouldn't look too out of place on my skin tone. And then this color here is like an even brighter color, which you can see, and it has like some reddish pinky tones in it too. Again, stunning color, and it's got more like a whiter kind of highlight iridescence to it, but it has that like pinky tone undertone to it, so you can see all 3 shades there. And then another one I wanted to mention to you is this one, and this one came from the MAC, what was it, the MAC collection, the Nutcracker Sweet collection, and this is their Magic Dust powder in the shade Sweet Vision, which I absolutely love, and it's like an iridescent kind of peachy gold color, which is there. Where should I swatch this one? Should I swatch it up here? Okay, and I'll just swatch it for you. Can you see that? It's such a beautiful color. I'm not sure how well you can see it because the lighting, I'm using natural daylight and it's not really showing up the intensity of it, but it is such a beautiful color. It comes out more like it doesn't really show pink on me, it comes out more like goldish kind of color on my skin tone. I'll be doing a giveaway, a huge giveaway at the end of the year very soon on my channel for you guys, so definitely keep a lookout for that, because yeah, I will be giving a few things away to you. So maybe one of these might be in there, I'm not sure, maybe. Oh yeah, something else from the MAC Nutcracker Sweet collection which I had to mention was this, and it is the blush compact in the shade, the Sweet Copper Face Compact. Now I know this one has sold out, this one is like so hard to get your hands on, but again, keep a lookout for that, because you know, the big giveaway at the end of the year may possibly have one of these in there. I'm just saying, just might do, might. And as you can see, mine is like beaten, because I have been loving this blusher shade, guys. It's so good. Like, oh my gosh, I don't even know how well you can see, but the design on this is really like fading. Because I have, when I use this blusher, I've used this blusher practically every single day that, like, last month, and to be honest, I've had to make sure that this month in December that I am using another blusher, because it's really hard to like stop myself from using this because I want to talk about other things. But I just love the tone of this blusher, guys. Blush tone itself, can you see that? It's like a rosy brown kind of shade. I think that's the best way of describing it. On my skin tone, it just looks so nice. It's not like super pigmented where I've got rosy cheeks, but it just gives my brown skin like a flush of color, if that makes sense, and it's just so good. So for everyday use, this compact has been good. Now, I haven't really loved the highlighter in this, and I know some of you love it, some of you don't, but personally for me, regardless of application, like, it doesn't matter how I apply it, it just, to me, it's a bit glittery. But it does look really stunning on. It's just I find it a bit glittery, and I'm not a fan really of like heavily glittery highlighters. But if you do love that kind of highlight, then there's nothing wrong with this in that sense. So yeah, I do really like this compact. And by the way, I did do a full review of both of these and some other stuff that I picked out from the Nutcracker Sweet collection. So I've done a haul and review video on that, so I will link that for you in this video. Okay, let's talk about some powder. Okay, so powder that I've been using my Estee Lauder Double Wear Sandalwood powder for all over my face. Like, I always use it, so I thought there's no point in showing you that. But I did switch it up with my bronzer kind of powder last month, and I decided to use the MUA Pro Base powder. And this is the shade Cocoa, and I think this is the darkest shade that they do, and I've been using that to like bronze up and contour kind of my face every day, and it works really well. It just gives me a really light contour kind of effect every day, just to bring back some shape to my face, you know, when I've powdered it. So yeah, I've been really liking this. This is like £3 or something, not expensive at all. So for the price, it's really decent. And you know, I think you can get these online from the MUA site or Superdrugs, I'm not sure, but definitely try this out if you are deeper skin tone. These work really good. Okay, some foundations that I've been loving this month. So I have had 2 foundations I've been really going to, and one of them, the first one is this. This is one I've been using quite a bit, actually. In fact, I think I've been using this more than the other one. But this is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation, and it is in the shade Cocoa, and it's the darkest one they do, I think. And I have been loving it. It just works so well. I think I've talked about this quite a few times on my channel, but I just went back to using it. I've nearly finished it, but I do have a backup So I got mine from Amazon online, and yeah, you can pick it up from the Amazon website, I think, and I think that's where I got mine from. Yeah, from Amazon website. And yeah, you can just go on to L'Oreal, I think it is, on Amazon, and you can get this. So yeah, I have picked up a backup of this already, but I think mine is nearly running out, but it has lasted quite a bit, and a little bit goes a long way, and it's just full coverage, medium to full coverage actually, but it does last really well, and it holds my oils in really well as well, so really enjoying that. And then the other foundation I've been going to quite a bit has been this one by Urban Decay, and it's the All Nighter Waterproof Foundation. I have done a review, I just need to edit it and put it up for you, but it is a really good foundation. Now I do like this foundation, but I have a mixed kind of feeling to it because it does oxidize. So yeah, that's the only thing I found. Like, if I really use this and check myself in the mirror, you know, much later in the day, I feel like I look a bit orangey kind of. But you can see how much I've used because the actual bottom of this rises as you use it, so it's not as mattifying as this, definitely not. And I do find I get oily with this a lot quicker. It's a bit of a mixed bag, but I do like it. It's not heavy for me, and it works well. So I will do a proper review of this anyway for you, but I just thought I would mention that because I have been using this quite a bit. So I've got a concealer in here that I've been really enjoying, and it's the Smashbox Studio Skin 24-Hour Concealer. Now, I personally, last month I didn't really do my makeup like lots, to be honest. As in, like, I didn't do like heavy makeup. I did wear makeup, but I just didn't do heavy makeup. But whenever I went to a concealer, I went to this one, All My Freedom Concealer. But I really enjoy this concealer because it's not heavy, and it's, I think some people didn't like it because it's not the most full coverage of concealers, but for me, I actually enjoyed that about it because it's more lightweight, so therefore I could use it on an everyday basis. However, I wish I could get the like a darker version of this. This is the shade Dark, but I just want something a bit darker than this so that I could use it without having like too much of a brightening effect. So you can kind of see the colour that you get with this. So it is a really nice formula. So it's not too brightening either, as you can see. It gives you more of that like honey kind of colour to it. And then I'm going to end on some lip products. Now, I did have one other lip product which I cannot find, and I saw it, I think I've knocked it down in my car somewhere, and I thought I had picked it up and I haven't because I can't find it, so I will mention it next month. But for now, I'm just going to talk about these 3 products because those are the only ones that I could find at the moment. So the first one I'm going to talk about is this one, and this is by The Body Shop, and it is their new matte liquid lipstick. And guys, I love these liquid lipsticks so much. They're more of like a moussey kind of texture, to be honest, but they are super comfortable, and I'll just swatch it down here for you. Can you see that colour? It's like the worst swatch ever, I apologise. But can you see that colour? It's such a pretty colour. And again, I will just fill my lip in with the K lip liner and put this on top. And it gives me like that dirty nudey rose colour, which I love. And for an everyday colour, it's beautiful. Very moisturising as well. As I said, it's more of a moussey texture. So it's not super drying on my lips, and it wears off nicely throughout the day as well. So really comfortable to wear. I highly recommend these. I think these were around £6 to £8, I can't remember, so they're not, you know, not terribly expensive or anything like that, so highly recommend them. I got the shade Carnation 030, I think that's what it is. And I also got a darker purple shade, which I haven't actually used yet because I've just been loving this one, but I thought I would mention this to you because it's really good. I also have been loving brown liquid lipsticks, like last month and this month actually as well, and probably the previous month. I've been going towards browns, so I'm going to talk about 2. So the first one I'm talking about is this Smashbox liquid lipstick, and it is in the shade True Grit. And I do like these Smashbox liquid lipsticks. Now, everybody and their mother has been raving about how amazing these are, and I think I might have mentioned this before to you guys, so I apologise if I have, but I have been using this quite a bit, and everyone's been raving about it, and they are good. I don't think they're like the most amazing liquid lipsticks out there, to be honest, but they are nice and comfortable, so I do really like it. And this shade True Grit is just a very deep brown shade. I love the packaging of the Smashbox liquid lipsticks as well. You can see the colour, so it's a very deep brown, really lovely brown shade, and I wear this like to work, and I've got no problems in wearing that to work, and I wear it on an everyday basis and it lasts really well. It does get a little bit drying towards the end of the day, but it's a liquid lipstick, so what do you expect really? But then I also decided to try out the melted matte liquid lipsticks from Too Faced, because I've heard a lot of people rave about these as well. So I was just like, okay, I'm going to try these out and see what I think about them. And I love them. So this is the shade, again it's a brown shade because I'm just obsessed with browns, and this is the shade Naughty by Nature. And again, I've been using this so much. I've used this more than like the Smashbox one last month. They are basically very similar, but you can see that the Too Faced one is just slightly warmer in its tone, brown, if you can see it there. So I really like this Too Faced one. I find, to be honest, I think I prefer the Too Faced formula more than the Smashbox formula, because I find the Too Faced one to be much more lightweight and it just feels very comfortable on my lips, and I don't know, it just works for me better, and I don't find it like it gets too drying towards the end of the day. I don't know, I just find this to be much more comfortable. And yeah, this definitely is one of my more favorite liquid lipstick formulas. So the Too Faced one is £19, but I actually picked it up from Debenhams when they were doing 10% off. So wait for the sales. I always say this, wait for sales to pick things up, because you know you're getting it for cheaper, so why not? Now each month I want to bring to you something that just hasn't worked for me that well. And this month it has to be this, which is the Christmas in New York collection by Too Faced, and it's their Christmas holiday release. Guys, this just wasn't great at all for me. I know some people rave about this, but it wasn't that great. Apparently this is the best one out of a lot that they released. But anyway, this is the palette. It comes with one palette, and then it comes with a Better Than Sex mascara, which I haven't even used. I made more of an effort to use the palette, and I think I used it a couple of times, and I just didn't like it at all. This is the palette itself, and I just found that the colours in this just did not work well for me at all. Apologies for the light, guys. It just keeps going in and out. Sorry about that. But I just found that these colours just didn't work for me that great. When I was using them, they didn't blend very well. Actually, this shadow? I think it was this shadow popped out and fell out, and it feels very poorly made. It feels very cheaply made. I just think that Too Faced just decided, you know, obviously, oh, we need to release something at Christmas, so let's just be subpar with the way in which we produce our Christmas packaging. When I was blending out the mattes, I mean, they look really good when you're actually swatching them, but when you're using them, they're just not. They just didn't work for me. The colors, again, these are more cool tone colors, and for me, I'm not that much of a fan of cool tone anyway, but I still would use cool tone palettes. But when I was using them, I just found them to just not blend very well. So these are like some of the colors swatched, and as they're swatching, they really are decent colors, like swatch, but when you actually apply them on, they just became very muddy, very powdery colors, and I don't know, I just didn't like them. But I've just swatched them here for you. So on the swatches, they look decent, but the packaging is cute. Like, it's got Clover in there with the Better Than Sex mascara, and it's Christmas in New York, so it's got like an ice skating lady there, and yeah, it's a pretty palette. It's cute, but the quality of the eyeshadow is not great. Okay guys, so hopefully that was useful. I really enjoyed filming that. So yeah, let me know what your favorites were this month, and I will see you very soon in my next video. So apologies for having a very long break, but I will see you in my next video very, very soon. Take care guys, see you soon. Bye, ciao.
Goodbye, love, you feel right, my love.